Counting blessings, learning lesson got me feeling special. Spending money, mama said, hope the Lord bless you. Everything I ever wanted, had to pray for. Anything I did wrong, had to pay for. I'll do it all again just to make you smile. Peace and blessings, peace and blessings. Now, isolation. Sometimes God will put us in isolation so we can focus. But sometimes too much distractions be in your way, whether it be your friends, your family, your co-workers, sometimes the place you at, your neighborhood. And when you go in that isolation, you read more, you focus more, and it's easy for you to talk to the Most High. It's easy for Him to talk to you, and a lot of times it bring you closer to the Most High. You start reading your Bible more and changing your ways, getting in less trouble. Your name ain't in people's mouths the way it usually is. Like they say, out of sight, out of mind. Out of sight, out of mind is a good thing sometimes, because if people not seeing you as much, you're not on their mind for them to talk about you, start drama, etc. But isolation is always a lesson. Sometimes you can focus on who not to be around, what not to do, and you can focus on improving your health. You know, things that you messing up on, whether it be health habits, the way you eating, but God will put you in that isolation so you can see clear. Sometimes you can't see clear or hear clear when you got a bunch of people around you keep talking. And sometimes you be listening to somebody talk about their problems or accomplishment, and you so focused on them that you forgetting to focus on yourself. So you gotta isolate yourself sometimes, and it get lonely sometimes, but you learning more. You studying stuff that you wouldn't be doing if a group of people was around you talking and taking your focus. So isolation is good always. Sometimes, like I say, you might feel like you're alone. You be like, why people ain't calling me, or my phone dry, as some people like to say. But the benefits is you cleaning up more, you organizing more, well, if you have a computer, some people don't, but if you're on a computer, you looking at inspirational videos or how-to videos, and you learning, and it just increase your focus. So God puts you in that isolation, and some people be in isolation and don't use it. Use your isolation to better yourself, better your situation, learn more. And sometimes we isolated all the way alone, or sometimes you might be married or in a relationship, but it's just you and that person, and you still isolated, from the groups of people, groups of distractions, I would call it. And there's nothing wrong with being around people, but we all know if you're around two people, you got two people in your ear saying this, saying that, this talking nonsense, and a lot of times people talking about the past. Don't, Now, don't get me wrong. The past, yeah, that's cool. Sometimes you gotta learn your history and look into the past to better the future. But sometimes people just be talking about random events from the past. You remember when you did this or when they did that, and sometimes it's to keep you small because they be bringing up, especially negative people, bringing up the bad part of the past, things you did wrong, and want to laugh and joke about it. The whole time they trying to down you. But your isolation season is all a purpose if you use it the right way. Read more, touch up on your craft. The people who got a craft, like whatever you're doing, if you a painter, look at some videos where your technique can be helped. Have you, painting your corners better or something like that. If you're a doctor, look at ways to help patients that you failed in the past. If, let's say, you do content, look at ways to better your content, And people who play sports, let's say you a basketball player, look at moves that can get you to the hoop even better. Work on your 3-point shot. And man, we cannot forget to talk about them Pacers. They went to Game 7, and I thought we had it. But then when Halliburton, he went down, I just wanted to turn the finals off, man. And hopefully he ready for next year. But without Halliburton, the Thunder was too much, man. But shout out to them Pacers, man. Big shout out to them Pacers for making to a Game 7, because the Thunder was definitely going crazy this year. And like I say, if you're a basketball player, practice on your craft. Football player, do the same thing. Whatever you do in your isolation season, get better at it. And now we got the internet. We got Google, YT, even TT. And so it always going to show you on ways to learn more, And if you feel like you learned the maximum, then show people how to do what you do. We all about helping others, but your isolation season should be full of learning and getting your health right. And if you're not reading your Bible, your isolation season should be reading that Bible. Now, some people get depressed, and that's when they be in their isolation season. Now, if you're going through that and you feel like you ain't got no hope, I want you to turn on Highway to Heaven. It's on YT and it's on Amazon. For my Amazon people, whoever got Amazon, that should help you, And like I say, reading that Bible definitely gonna help your depression. And even if you're not depressed, I want y'all to be in that Bible and learn about God, learn about Jesus and Moses, etc. But isolation, never a bad thing. It's more so a Zen moment of when you know that you don't need those distractions. You don't need that group of people. Now, I know a lot of y'all be in cliques of 3, 4, 5 people, and you just call people. You don't like to be quiet, so you just call people for no reason. Use that time to study. If you're in school, I know I got a lot of young people watching. If you're in school, there's no reason you shouldn't be getting anything less than a B plus, because we got so many ways to study now, from encyclopedias, computers, hit the library. You should be getting straight A's, nothing less than a B plus. But that's all I got for y'all today. God put you in isolation to get closer to Him, to listen to Him, and to get better. But until next time, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And always stay blessed, stay safe. Peace.